What's going on, guys? Zennosh here, and today in this video of the Calibria, I'm presenting to you guys a guide on Druid, one of the really amazing 4-star nat heroes right out there. So before I start this video, please do subscribe to my channel, alright? Can you please do that? And now let's get this started. Obviously, first of all, we need to understand his skills before we can actually go into the Rune build, because his skills are the one that will shape the factor on how the runes are actually gonna be like good or bad for him. Okay, certain particular runes. Anyways, let's start with his first skill description right away. Summon a falcon to attack an enemy and deals 385% of attack and damage. Wow, that's good. And 75% chance to dispel one of the target's buff, which is pretty great, especially against the opponents who can keep on putting up a lot of buffs on himself, especially the dungeon bosses, especially with their attack buff, defense buff, HP regen. Wow, that can actually make you very frustrated, alright? And if you can just dispel their buff, especially with their faster skill, oh okay, I mean, like, that can be spammed all over and over again. That's pretty great. I like it. I really like it. Now let's move on to the second skill, Bear Strike. It's a single target attacking skill. 465% of his attack will be used in the damage, whereas 100% chance to reduce the target's energy by 50%. Looks pretty good, especially if you really want to cripple down an opponent, especially in the arena content, because in the PvE content, I mean, like, especially in the dungeons or catacombs, the bosses really do not, I mean, like, they are pretty much immune to the energy reduction. So I think this is actually going to be pretty useful only in the arena content, but only one, so this can actually be pretty much limited. If it was a AoE skill, that would be a super duper awesome, but it's a single target, so and slow them for 2 turns, so this is pretty okay. Very good disabler right out there, guys. The next one is the Lightning Strike. It says summon 6 lightning bolts to attack enemies at random. You can see right over here that it's an AoE skill. Well, in the opponent team, they will be like ranging from 1 to 4 units, right? And if he's actually dealing that 6 lightning bolts, then that means there is a very good chance that every one of them actually gets hit. Now what's gonna happen is that each bolt deals 105% of attack and damage. Wow, that's good. So that's a total of about like 630% of attack and damage. Pretty good, right? And 50% chance to silence targets for 2 turns. Now this is totally overpowered, okay? This is OP. Silence will actually prevent the opponent from using their second and the third skills. That can really cripple them right out away, because second skill and third skill are the one that usually packs a lot of AoE skills and punches that actually can disable you, can like push you into the mayhem of those kind of like really insane and freakingly frustrating debuffs, okay, or secondary effects or negative effects. So those are the things that like silence can actually do. So silence is pretty great. It really can like save your team and give you a head direction towards the like victory. The next one is the Thorn Guardian. Summons Thorn to guard allies. That's pretty great. Increasing their defense for 2 turns. Pretty awesome. And granting counter for 1 turn. So this is actually pretty much a defensive skill as well as an offensive skill, and it does provide the counter. So this is pretty good. Well, I think the version 2 of the second skill is pretty much the best, which can be used almost everywhere, whereas this Thorn Guardian is going to be the second best, and this Bear Strike is going to be the third best. Now let's move on to the third skill, Purifying Rain. It's pretty good, guys. Summon a Healing Rain which restores 20% of all allies HP immediately. If you skill enhance it up, then he is actually gonna provide 6% additional HP boost. Alright, so that makes like 26% of all allies HP recovery, and grants 15% HP regen effect for the following 2 turns. Wow, that's pretty awesome. Alright, for 2 turns, that means a total of 30% of HP will be recovered. So meaning like this skill alone will actually provide a total of 56% of HP recovery. Wow, that's pretty great. Purifying Rain and in AoE scale, that's pretty great. But Energy Rain, I think, will take the cake, because it is just too awesome with so much utility going on right out here that it cannot be ignored. Just look at it. Summon a healing rain which erases all allies' negative status effects, which is so awesome, freaking awesome. Grants immunity for 1 turn, amazing, and restores 30% of energy. Wow, I mean, like, this one just is too good. This skill is gonna be very, very amazing, especially for the arena content. Especially if he is the one that can cast his skill right away. That means, like, he's gonna make sure that your entire team will be 1 step ahead of your opponents and will be able to use all their skills before the opponent can even like, sort of like, get the chance to use their turn. Not all the skills, I mean, like, their turn, okay? Especially their main skill, that is going to be a third skill or ultimate skill, and usually that can lead to annihilation of the opponents, especially if you have a really proper setup. All right, so always keep that in mind. Energy Rain can actually make it possible for you guys to take an upper hand and a very advantageous side in the battle pretty nicely and easily. All right, the next one is gonna be the little skill. What it says is that 24% of speed is gonna be boosted for all allied heroes in the arena content. Yes, guys, it's actually meant for the arena, and obviously the arena is supposed to be the late game content where you are going to fight with against so many opponents right out there worldwide. So this is the thing that is going to be the late game content. All right, and if he is actually going to provide that 24% speed boost for all the allied heroes in arena, wow, he can actually be a very good choice from very early game till the last minute of the game. That is going to be the late game and late game or end game content. All right, so that's the thing right out there. So in order to complement all his skills, what are the sort of like runes should we really give to this boss unit? All right, so now let's discuss about his runes. Now, when it comes to the runes, I think the Agile is actually going to be really amazing. 4 pieces will provide you 25% of speed boost. Speed boost is pretty much important, especially for the assist type of units, because speed stats actually allows your units or heroes to have another next turn pretty fast. All right, as soon as they use their current turn, they will get their another turn pretty fast. And also the another thing that they are actually gonna have in advantage is that, like, they usually have the first hand in the battle, meaning like they are the first one to go. That means he can already make a very good setup for your entire team that can also take your team a very long way. 30% energy boost is actually pretty insane, and also at the same time it gives your whole team to have a 1 step ahead plan compared to your opponents. All right, so Agile Rune is pretty great. 6 pieces, and you will save 15% of the energy at the end of the turn, which is also really amazing. That means, like, you will be getting your extra turn, I mean, like, your next turn pretty fast. Not the extra, I mean, like, the next turn. All right, so Agile Rune is pretty amazing, not only for the early game but even for the mid game and the late game content equally. All right, because just being able to strike in the first session right away as soon as the battle starts really can give you a tremendous advantage. Obviously, when you are a type of hero unit that provides a lot of buff to the entire team, so that's pretty great, and that's the Druid for you guys. The next one is obviously gonna be the Berserk. It has a 30% chance to grant a bonus turn if you have 6 pieces equipped. This is pretty great, obviously, because he has so many utilities in his skill, and getting an extra turn also means that, like, his skill cooldown is also going to reset pretty fast. Okay, and that is pretty great news, because you will be getting a very constant or frequent type of, like, support here and there, and a lot of buffs and debuff cleansing. Oh my god, that is too good. Berserk Rune really does make a lot of sense in your Druid if you really have one, actually. So Agile Rune and the Berserk Rune actually can do a lot of wonders for this particular unit known as the Druid, which is an assist type unit and have a lot of support skills that can provide a tremendous amount of like, advantage, or let's say supporting skills to your allies. Now, how about the like, primary stats? When we are gonna talk about the primary stats or the main stats of the runes, for the second slot, please go with the speed stat boost as the primary stat, because, like, higher the speed he has, the more effective he is actually gonna be. Faster he will be attaining his extra turn, and also at the same time he's also gonna be like super duper fast getting that first turn in the battle, especially in the arena content. That will just really give him that extra edge. Whereas in the fourth slot, please go with the HP percentage boost to give him more vitality and endurance, because obviously he also need to survive in order to heal you guys. And I also think that like his heals also really depend upon his max HP. The more HP he has, the more heal he is actually gonna deal. That's what I think. If I'm wrong, please do call me out and correct me. All right, the next thing is this sixth slot. In the sixth slot, guys, please try to go with the HP percentage boost or the hit percentage boost. All right, because like hit percentage boost is gonna be very effective, especially when he's trying to remove the buff from the opponents with his fast skill, and he's actually gonna require a lot of hit percentage boost. But if you think his survivability and his endurance actually matters the most, then go with the HP percentage boost. All right, so speed boost, HP percentage boost, and HP percentage boost in the second, the fourth, and the sixth slot. In the sixth slot, you can even go with the hit percentage boost or the accuracy percentage boost in order to provide him a higher chance of landing that kind of like, like buff removal. All right, so that's the thing right out there. So this is pretty much it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button to keep on enjoying the contents of my channel, and see you guys in the next video.